you, Madam Chair, for being a co-author, as well as Senators Barr, Anderson, and Lang. Before us, we have a resolution, and I was contacted by the Fort Snelling Memorial Rifle Squad. We've got two fine veteran leaders of that organization here before us today. This resolution, the intention is to try to gather support from the Senate to communicate to people what these fine gentlemen and their colleagues are doing for our state and our country, and some needs they have. So with that, Madam Chair, I would like to introduce Lee Aragon and Dan Fisher to you, and they'll introduce themselves.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning and welcome to the committee. Please introduce yourself for the record.
What did she say?
Just say Madam Chair.
Madam Chair.
I'm Lee Aragon.
I'm Lee Aragon. Thank you. All right. Gotcha. Before I start talking about the specifics of what we would like to accomplish here, I'd like to introduce Dan Fisher, who has been with the Memorial Rifle Squad for a number of years and can give you a brief history of where we've been and where we'd like to go. Dan?
Good morning, committee and Madam Chair. Thank you. Yes, I've been here before when Chuck Weger was a supporter of us in North St. Paul for a Veterans Park. And today I'm here as a support for the Fort Snelling Memorial Rifle Squad. I'm a 19-year member and a past commander of 2013. Our facilities that we use are substandard in our estimate. We have 25 members per day, 125 members tactical level for the entire week. And we do upwards of 60 funerals per week. We have a lot of statistics that have met with 99.9% approval by the public for what we do. However, getting the quarters to expand to meet that, we got a good cold splash of water in our face when COVID came, and we were distanced. We were told to lock down by the government. We came back, and now we have issues with packing 25 members into a small room with one bathroom and no other facilities. The members of our squad, we've seen the passing of World War II and Korea veterans, and we've picked up the step, the Vietnam era, and we're cresting now. We're starting to strongly recruit new members from Afghanistan, Iraq, peacetime, and the Gulf. And it gets hard when you can see that the facilities are not able to support us. So I'm here to support Lee's efforts. He's a project leader. He's been designated that way last year. Been working on it for about 3-4 years right now. And I'll go back to him.
Thank you, Dan. Our services are mandated by Public Law 106-65. That law says that every honorably discharged veteran will have full military honors. And those honors consist of the final salute, which involves the three loud rifle volleys, the playing of taps, and the presentation of the colors. If any of you have been out to Fort Snelling and witnessed this, you know how profound that ceremony is for the veteran and that family of the veteran. We have thus far done, since 1979, over 86,000 of those ceremonies. We do, as Dan mentioned, about 60 per week. We are housed in what I can refer to as a lean-to shed to the shed, the maintenance building. And we find that shed to be totally inadequate. So our purpose here is to get your support to build a better building for us, perhaps more so for the future, so that we can continue to provide those meaningful services to honorably discharged veterans who have served the country. With those 25 people that we house provide colors, rifles, presentations, and all of the rest of the factors that go into the ceremony. We believe that with a proper support from state, we can perhaps get the VA to acknowledge that we need these facilities to continue our level of support for the veterans and their families. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you both for your testimony and being a part of a family whose father-in-law served in World War II and was honorably discharged and buried with full honors. I know how important your work is. Senator Drazkowski. Anything more from you?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I talked to Senator Champion earlier, and he shared with me that his brother is buried at Fort Snelling, and he witnessed the ceremonies that probably these gentlemen or their colleagues did, and he was very, very impressed. So that's really all we have for the resolution, Madam Chair.
Senator Barr?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I wanted to ask a couple of questions. Could you describe your lean-to just a little bit more? Because I know what I've heard. Does it have heat? Does it have air conditioning, restrooms, changing facilities? I mean, it gets to be sub-zero, and you guys, I have been to these funerals, military funerals, and in January, and I have seen the detachments and what they have to put up with, and so could you describe that just a little bit more, please?
With all due respect, Senator, I will describe one part of that facility. We have a bathroom that has a washroom, a toilet, and a urinal, and that's it. And we have female veterans, and we have male veterans, and we're all of an age that we require frequent use of that facility. So it's so inadequate, I can't even begin to tell you how terrible that is. During COVID, in fact, we had to bring in porta potties in order to facilitate our ability to do what we needed to do. And other part of that, we had to buy at our own expense a Connex box to store our various items that we need for our services, because we don't have enough space to house our uniforms, our rifles, our weapons, and our ammo, and all the rest of the things that we need, much less eat with any sense of decency.
Senator Barr?
Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for that description. And just as, I guess, a level of support, the least we can do to those offering the final salute to those who have served would be to give them a decent bathroom and heat and air conditioning for changing. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, are there other questions, comments? Senator Drazkowski, would you like to move your resolution?
Thank you, Madam Chair.
It's going to head to rules next, so.
Okay, thank you. Madam Chair, I move that we
Senate
adopt
resolution.
Senate Resolution 18 and refer it to the Rules Committee.
That would be the motion. Members, Senator Drazkowski has moved that we recommend to pass Senate Resolution 18 and that it be referred to the Committee on Rules. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And those opposed, no. The motion is adopted.
Thank you.